'cause I'm a bad bitch.
What's up, everyone? This is another episode of For the People in the Back podcast. I am your host, the Phoenix Diva, or you can call me Diva. And this is a podcast for the people who can never afford the first row, but always the standing section in the back. You are appreciated. So I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day weekend. We always love that extra day to kind of rest and recharge. So I hope you guys are safe and being responsible, but of course, having fun. I am so excited to say, if you haven't heard already, For the People in the Back podcast is officially eligible for monetization. I am so excited. I just want to thank everybody for listening to the podcast on Anchor. I saw the numbers last week and it made me ugly cry. Aww. So shout out to everybody in all your nice words. I've had several people reach out to me saying they really, really enjoyed the podcast and things like that. Hearing things like that keeps me going. But I just want to thank every single person that has listened to the podcast and supported me. The theme of this episode is toot toot, beep beep, all aboard to the struggle bus. Yes, we are going on the struggle bus today, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a petty show because why wouldn't I be petty? I'm Queen Petty. But before we get on the struggle bus, because the first part I'm going to talk about is kind of like a bonus topic because it's funny. It's funny. I find this so funny and petty. So I just had to give you guys this bonus content, but let's be clear. This person is not struggling at all. Let's be fucking clear. Toot toot. Now, for the people in the back, the first person we're going to be talking about is Jeffree Star. Now, I believe this is the first time I spoke about Jeffree Star, and I believe we're on episode 8. Usually people talk about Jeffree Star a lot sooner, so like maybe I broke a record for something. I don't know, but let's make some noise for me for breaking like some unknown record that's probably not real. I just want to be petty. So Jeffree Star, for the people in the back who do not know who he is, he first started his journey on MySpace. He had a music career. He was touring with the grunge, I don't even know what you call it, punk rock grunge bands. He has been in several controversies, saying the N-word, just being he's just controversial. Some people say he's racist. Some people say transphobic, insensitive, an asshole. Like, he's just not liked. He makes his money from being controversial. And I would say, like, his latest, like, real big controversy, and I feel like some people will disagree with me on this, and that's fine, is with the Davy Vanity situation. And Davy Vanity, he was in this band. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. I don't know what you guys want me to do. I actually paused because I just had a feeling that y'all were going to drag me if I did not know the band that Davy Vanity was in. I don't know, I just had a feeling. But he was in this band called Blood on the Dance Floor, and apparently he's allegedly a pedophile, and allegedly Jeffree possibly saw things and was still calling him friend, and people were like, why are you calling a potential pedophile a friend? So I would say that was like his last really big controversy, but that's just my opinion. But everything else, I kind of feel like we just don't like Jeffree Star, so we're just going to like make anything he says and does a big deal. But that's just my personal opinion. But I'm not telling anybody how to feel or telling anybody who to like or who not to like. Again, this is just my POV. So, the latest scandal that Jeffree Star is going through. So, Jeffree Star has decided to move to Wyoming and buy a yak ranch. I'm sorry, I had to pause again. Like, literally me recording this podcast has been a struggle bus. I have family in town, and I'm in my closet at 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday. Like, I'm trying my best to give it to you guys. I really, really am. I'm sorry. So, the newest controversy with Jeffree Star. So, he moved to Wyoming. I don't know if he sold his house in Calabasas. Like, I'm sorry, I don't check for you like that, Jeffree. I just don't. But I know that he lives in Wyoming now, and he has a yak ranch, which a yak is a mammal. I don't know what the fuck it looks like. It looks like a poodle with horns. Like, it just looks like a furry poodle with horns. Like, that's literally what the fuck it looks like. So, go Google what a yak is. I don't know how to describe that shit. All I know is a fucking goddamn mammal. But he owned a yak ranch. And the yak ranch is called Starr Yak Ranch. It's like he has like all the legal documentation. It's like it's his. So, he was kind of asked by fans, like, what are you going to do with these yaks? Are you going to... What are we doing with yaks? Are you going to kill the yaks? Like, what are we doing? And he said, oh no, they're my babies. Okay? They're my babies. I would never kill yaks. So, a couple of days ago, he decided to post a story. I believe it was on Instagram. And I'm just going to let y'all listen to it. And then we'll come back to me serving this fuckery of a tea.
Oh, hello guys. Okay, so listen up. If you're in Wyoming and you're in the Casper area, tomorrow we're gonna be at my shipping fulfillment center here in Evansville. We're right catty corner with the fire station, and I'll post the address in a minute. But we're having a little taste test, if you will, and we're inviting people of Casper or surrounding areas to come and buy our yak meat in person. Say hi, howdy. And we have freezers full. Now, this is 100% fed right off Casper Mountain. They're so yummy, and yaks are actually the healthiest red meat that you can eat in America. And I do have a video very soon coming about this stuff, but tomorrow we're gonna have a little moment from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come on, Miss Weekend Girl. So I will give you guys the address in a second. Now, if you're a meat lover, you are going to love this. This is all USDA inspected meat. It is amazing. We have so many cuts, from cube steaks to T-bones to the ground yak, bitch, for tacos and burgers, my favorite. We have it all. So we'll see you tomorrow, Casper. Okay, and while supplies last, for our new customers that are coming tomorrow, you will get a bag of free jerky. And I cannot wait for you guys to try this. It is so yummy.
So now you guys listen to it. Yes, bitch. Those baby yaks that were his children, that he loves, he adored, he killed them motherfuckers. And he's selling them too, bitch. Okay? And he's gonna sell them online. And he was telling the people, Wyoming, if you want some of my yak meat, and bitch, they are fed well, bitch. FDA approved. And they are yummy, yummy, yummy. Eat my kids. Eat my motherfucking kids. So people are feeling a ways. They're all like, you have a cosmetic company that is animal cruelty. Like, some people keep on saying that it's vegan makeup. I don't know if it's vegan or not. I don't know if it is. It probably is. I just don't know. I don't want to say it is, and I'm not 100% sure that it is. All I know is that it is animal cruelty free, which, for the people in the back, don't know what that means. That means that they do not test on animals, and they do not use animals to make their makeup. And for the people who are like, what do you mean by using animals to make makeup? For some colors, when it comes to makeup pigmentation, some people crush bugs shells to make certain pigment. And it's like not harmful. Like, if it bothers you, just don't buy makeup that use bugs and stuff, but like, it doesn't hurt you. But I am kind of not cool with testing on animals. Like, that's like a hard line no. But I'm not gonna act like I'm a super vegan bitch or a vegetarian, because fuck that, I like my meat. Fuck all of that bullshit. I like my meat. It's my personal choice. It is what it is. So people are like, well, you have, an animal cruelty company, and some people are saying it's vegan. How dare you kill the yaks? You said you weren't going to kill the yaks. And this actually made news. And then Jeffree went all the way back in time to bring back the energy that he used to have, like back in 2018 and the late 2000s. Like, he used to be extremely vicious on Twitter and used to say really fucked up shit on Twitter. And he's back serving that energy. Jeffree tweets out, I could give one fuck what you thought. You sound like a complete piece of shit, and your existence is irrelevant to my world. Go eat some yak and take a Xanax. Now, while everyone is kind of upset with Jeffree killing yak, I'm going to tell you why I'm not surprised and why I think this is completely purposely done. And maybe I'm giving him more credit than he is due, but this is how I feel. Jeffree no one really talks about him. No one. I'm hearing on the streets that his YouTube views are suffering. I looked at his views. They're not what they used to be. For me, I would love those views. But I do understand the concept of if you have a channel and you used to hit a certain amount of views, and the fact that no one is really talking about you, no one is really talking about your brand, no one is really talking about every time you have a makeup launch. For me to figure out what he has going on regarding his cosmetics line, I literally have to go on his website. So I don't know if he's shadow banned on Twitter and that's why I'm not seeing things, but I literally don't see anybody talk about any of his launches. Like, people that didn't even like him, they would post pictures of Jeffree selling this eyeshadow palette, or Jeffree selling this lip liner, or they would talk about it, but literally no one talks about Jeffree anymore. So for me, personally, I feel like he had all full intentions to kill his yaks. All full intentions. I don't even think he should have responded when people asked, are you going to kill these yaks? I just would have just ignored it. I wouldn't have said anything. But Jeffree, being the controversial person he is, and in my opinion, I don't think he's ever sold anything without an ounce of controversy. If you look at any of his ads, they are all controversial. Like, I know, like, recently he was selling makeup and it had something to do with a banana. And he had a bunch of black people around him. And then he was on, like, licking a banana, which for some people, that's a racial epithet with black people, with monkeys and things like that, and gorillas and monkeys. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's kind of like a connotation of monkeys eat bananas, and then you have black people around a banana. So he's always involved in controversy. That's how he sells his shit. He never really sells his shit in a sense of, hey, I have something new, go buy it. No, that's not how he sells shit. So I feel that he was always going to kill the fucking yaks, and he wanted controversy of when he decided to show the meat of his yak farm and be like, because now people are upset about it. Now people are talking about it. Now, if he would have had a yak farm and never answered that question, if he was going to, sell the yaks for meat, right? If he never had that, if he never said anything, never talked about it, and then started selling yak meat, no one would care. It's like, of course, you're going to sell yak meat. You have a farm. Of course, you're going to sell products from your farm. Clearly you are. Clearly you're not marketing to vegans or vegetarians. Clearly you're not. If you're having a farm of a mammal, right? So I personally think that he was setting up this controversy. He knew that if he said, I was going to kill these yaks, and then later on puts out an Instagram story saying, look at the yaks that I killed, yeah, people talked about it. So at the end of the day, I think it's funny, but I know a lot of people are upset about it. But at the end of the day, Jeffree, you know what you're doing in my mind. And maybe I'm giving you too much credit, but I purposely think you did this. To be honest with you, to go sell some yak meat, because we all know goddamn well no one gives a fuck about you in Wyoming. Period. So, 2-2. On to the next, please. Now we're on the struggle bus, and the first pit stop that we're going to go to is Josh Duggar. Now, for the people in the back that don't know about the Duggars are a super religious family. Super religious. I believe that, I don't know if they're Christians, but I know they read the Bible, because I don't want to say what exactly their religion is, because I don't want people from the religion saying, we don't claim them. We'll just say they're Bible reading people. So the Duggars were on a show, and they are known for having a lot of fucking kids. And they name all their children starting with J. And they had a show called like 15 Kids and Counting and things like that. And then they eventually just, fucked the name of the show and just called Counting On. They're just like, fuck it, we're just going to call it counting on. So they're just known for having a bunch of fuckloads of kids. I don't know how many fucking goddamn kids they had. I don't really care. So a couple of years ago, trigger warning, a couple of years ago, it came out that Josh Duggar, who is the oldest of all the children, was allegedly, even though there's police reports and stuff, I'm going to say allegedly, was doing shit to his sisters while his parents were asleep. And his parents found out, and basically they said they prayed it out of him.
Shut up! That is so stupid!
Now, I don't know how long he was doing shit to his sisters, but to my understanding, it was going on for a while, and it caused a huge rift in the family on why they were just like, why do we still have this guy who did this to us, living with us? This is bullshit. This is not right. We were violated, right? And it's caused a huge rift in the family. So when that came out, and then it came out that he was involved with Ashley Madison League. For people that don't know, Ashley Madison is an escort site. So, but by the way, after it came out that he did shit to his sisters, he was involved with Ashley Madison, his wife didn't leave him and kept on breeding with him. Choices. So, last year, I believe, Josh Duggar got arrested. And he got arrested for having, trigger warning, kiddie porn. I'm sorry, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Like, to me, I understand that prayer is powerful, but to my opinion, it does not cure this level of bullshit. It doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't. So he recently went to trial. It wasn't public, because you know, if this bitch was public, it would have been chef's kiss. We all would have been there with our popcorn, watching this piece of shit, fucking pedophile, garbage, human being, going down, chickens coming home to roost on this son of a bitch. And they got him for 151 months, basically. So, in this article, everything that I'm saying is going to be in the description. It's called Jill and Derek Dillard Find Justice and Vengeance in Josh Duggar's Federal Prison Sentence. Until now, Josh has yet to be held accountable to the extent necessary to cause change in his dangerous pattern of behaviors, the former Counting on Stars wrote on their family blog. Jill Duggar Dillard, so that's one of the sisters, and Derek Dillard, that's her husband, are speaking out after Josh Duggar was sentenced following a child pornography conviction on Wednesday. In a statement on their family blog Thursday, Jill and Derek said they were neither rejoicing nor disappointed by the sentence, but were thankful it's finally over. Yesterday, we learned that Josh was given a 151-month sentence in a federal prison for his crime of child sex abuse material. The last several weeks and months have been difficult emotionally, and yesterday was another one of those hard days. The Bible clearly states that God effects justice and vengeance through the governing authorities. Though some believe Josh should have received a greater sentence, and still fewer believe he should have received a lighter sentence, God has carried out his vengeance today for his unspeakable criminal activity. Oh, was the people that want him to have a lighter sentence, was it the dad? Was it the dad? Because for whatever reason, the dad just keeps on protecting his pedophile ass. I hold the dad accountable. I'm sorry. I know people are saying parents shouldn't be blamed for their children, but my God, there is a limit, okay? There is a limit to this shit. I remember there was this guy who killed his pregnant wife and his 2 daughters. And then called the police, said they went missing, killed all of them, right? And then so the police felt like it was him, and they basically left him in the room with his dad. And his dad just kind of walked him into confessing. Just walked him in. Like, his dad wasn't like, you know what? I'm going to let you get away with this. He wasn't like, son, shut the fuck up. Don't admit to being a murdering bastard. Don't do it. No, his dad held his fucking hand while he confessed. I'm not saying that you have to not love your child or care for your child anymore. But for you to continue to allow this dangerous creature to walk around, no, that's not fucking cool. It's not cool, dude. Like, this guy, your son, affected your other children. Okay? This is family shit. Okay? Either way, it doesn't matter who he affected, but you would think a father would, like, stand up more and be like, oh, hell no. You touching your own goddamn sisters? This is a fucking issue. But no, he covered your ass. Then when the Ashley Madison thing happened, he covered your fucking ass. And now I'm hearing here saying like, oh, some people felt like he should have a lighter sentence. Bullshit! That's the dad, and the dad. Who else? Who else wants you to have a lighter sentence? Maybe your wife. Because for whatever reason, she's such a weak bitch. She wouldn't file the paperwork on your ass. You remember when the guy from Subway went down for that pedophilia shit? Oh my God, his wife stomped right up to the fucking courthouse and into his ass. She was like, you know what? I was married to you and now I'm not. Have a good day. Women, we gotta do better. Until now, he has yet to be held accountable to the extent necessary to cause change in his dangerous pattern of behavior. It is unfortunate, but it seems that it may take spending over a decade in federal prison and still more on probation for Josh to have any potential for rehabilitation to the point he can safely live in society again. I personally don't. I'm good on him, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. I just have no tolerance for this shit. He messed around with his own goddamn fucking sisters. Okay? He fucked around with his own goddamn fucking sisters. He was on fucking Ashley Madison. I don't know what ages he was looking at those bitches. And here he is getting rated at, I think it was rated at work with fucking kitty porn. Imagine looking at kitty porn while at work. Fucking gross. And if I got that wrong, I got that wrong, but that's how I remember it. The statement ended with Jill and Derek saying that they hope Josh can actually begin to get treatment and begin to work toward a lifestyle where he is less likely to reoffend. And for nothing else, the notoriety of this case has hopefully contributed to the deterrence of potential offenders and will help protect children by decreasing the demand for CSAM, which is what I read before, which that acronym is Child Sex Abuse Material. That's what CSAM means. We continue to love Josh and his family and will be there for them however we can. The former 19 Kids and Counting star, that was one of the names of the show. Starr, 34, was given his sentence by U.S. District Judge Timothy L. Brooks of the Western District of Arkansas Federal Court in Fayetteville, Arkansas. That's where Boogie lives. Ain't that where I think you live there. Girl. I'm not judging, but like, that is close. That's literally close to home. Ahead of Duggar's sentencing, he was found guilty in December on 2 charges of knowingly receiving and possessing images of child pornography. On Wednesday, with the agreement of both the defense and the prosecution, the court vacated the conviction on count 2 without prejudice. Judge Brooks noted that the possession is a lesser included offense of the receipt of child pornography. Judge Brooks further ruled that Josh did not knowingly distribute child pornography images and sustained the defense's objection to the potential enhancement to Duggar's sentence. As a result of Wednesday's vacation, Josh was facing up to 20 years of imprisonment and up to $250,000 fines. He doesn't have the money. He previously faced that potential maximum sentence for each conviction. Prior to the sentencing, his mother, girl, how does she roll out of bed, wrote a letter of support for her son that asked for leniency in consideration of his tender heart. Girl, I'm not even going to read what your dumb ass said. Josh's wife, Anna, called her husband a loving, supportive, and caring father. And then the cousin, Amy, issued her own statement to people ahead of the sentencing, sharing, I don't think anyone would make the mistake of assuming I support my cousin. I am furious at the family that looked the other way and still today refuse to hold him accountable. Mother and wife and father. Amy, who later wrote, that's what I said. That's not what the article said. I actually posted the article in the description. Amy, who later wrote an open letter urging Anna to divorce Josh, concluded her statement to People. In my opinion, 20 years could never come close to justice for the children harmed. My heart hurts for his children during this time. He was arrested in April 2021. In December 2021, he was found guilty. Okay. And then in January, his legal team unsuccessfully vied for an acquittal after presenting new evidence. At the time of Josh's verdict, many of his family members reacted to the news, including Jill and Derek. You know what? Have fun in prison. On to the next and final struggle bus. So, on a lighter note, by the way, if you haven't already, hit the like button, rate the podcast, share it with friends, follow the For the People in the Back podcast on Twitter, and if you're listening to this on YouTube, hi, how are you? Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the like. Now back to the fuckery. Justin Timberlake sells his entire music catalog. I saw this on Twitter, that Justin Timberlake sold his entire music catalog. And then they said, ladies and gentlemen, he sold it only for $100 million. Like, Justin, what's going on over there? What in the struggle bus is going on over there, Justin? What's happening? How the hell are you 41 motherfucking years old and you are selling your goddamn shit? Are you stupid? Are you and only for $100 million. Now, for people that don't understand why I'm saying only $100 million, let me break this down. For the people in the back that do not know who Justin Timberlake is, he was that motherfucking guy. Okay. He killed it in the late 90s and the early 2000s. He was part of a boy band called NSYNC. They had hits like Bye Bye Bye, Bye Bye Bye, Dirty Pop, No Strings Attached, Space Cowboy. And if you look at those albums, a lot of those songs, he has writing credit on all of those albums. Now, in the beginning of NSYNC's career, they were broke and they had to sue to get their money back. But after that whole lawsuit thing, like I said, the man still has his name on fucking records for NSYNC. Okay? Just for NSYNC. Then he went solo and did the album Justified, which Justified is a solid banger. Facts. Don't get it fucked up. He did the song Cry Me a River. This was right after he broke up with Britney Spears, and a lot of people felt like that song was garnered to take shots to Britney Spears, which we will get into later on why. We'll just leave it there. Cry Me a River was allegedly for him taking shots towards Britney Spears, and that was allegedly a diss record to Britney Spears. And if you watch the music video, there's a girl in there that looks similar to Britney Spears. He was on that bullshit. Then he did the hit song Touch My Body with Janet Jackson, which led to the scandal at the Super Bowl when they performed the song where he ripped her top off, where it showed her breasts, basically. Then he did the album Sexy Back, nothing but fucking bangers. And then he did another album, 2020 album, which that was a banger also, nothing but hits. And then also, I believe it was after the Sexy Back album, he did a Vanguard performance, and it was about 12 minutes long. It was not lip synced. He was singing live vocals, dancing nonstop for 12 minutes. It's like really, really great performance. And then he kind of had his downfall, and he did this bullshit ass album called In the Woods. I'm like, who was that for, Justin? Then he did the Super Bowl performance, which was trash. absolute trash, garbage, basura, things like that. So Justin Timberlake right now, where he currently sitting in, he tried to be an actor. He's a trash fucking actor. He's trash. I'm sorry, he is. And then he did the Trolls movie. But here we are at 41, and he is selling everything I'm saying to you for $100 million when you have people like J-Lo making over $100 million to just lip sync at fucking Vegas. Okay? You have fucking performers in Vegas, not just to perform, a residency in Vegas for $100 million, and he just sold all his goddamn shit for $100 million. That is such a struggle bus move to me. You are struggling, bitch. You are struggling. Now, I was on Twitter and some people feel like, well, he's on the struggle bus because he's not really liked because everyone's talking about the whole Britney Spears thing and how he disrespected her and then, went on the radio bragging about how he had sex with her when, to be honest with you, it's really none of our business of if Britney Spears was a virgin or not, but it was the 90s. It was extremely weird. And they were really into, I'm a virgin, I'm not a virgin, where now we just don't care. Like, the 90s were an extremely weird time. Then him basically violating Janet Jackson on Super Bowl. Janet Jackson got blackballed. Justin did not get blackballed and then got invited to do his own solo Super Bowl performance afterward. When he's the one that ripped the top off of Janet, but Janet Jackson was the one that got persecuted and is not invited to the Super Bowl. So he has a lot of controversies. And then I know that some Michael Jackson fans did not like that he was doing songs with the voice of Michael Jackson when we couldn't really verify if that was actually Michael Jackson's voice or not, but Justin did the song with him anyways. It's just he's just been doing one dumb thing after the other. So now, after just being a complete disgrace after so many years, he decides to sell his whole fucking everything for $100 million. Everything. Where I'm like, Justin, struggle bus or not, Justified, in my opinion, is worth $100 million. Sexy Back album is worth $100 million. 2020, I don't even want to, even though you're a piece of shit, in my opinion, you're talented as fuck and you put out some fucking bangers. And for you to just give all that shit away, and they're saying his entire music catalog, that might include the performances also, ladies and gentlemen. So that Vanguard 12-minute performance that was 100% solid, that I cannot hate on at all, even though I think he's a piece of shit, I cannot hate on that 12-minute Vanguard. Please go look. I might actually put the description of that performance in the comments below. It's just what? No, Justin, no, Justin, no. Why? So I'm reading this article, and they're saying that there is this London-based firm called Hypnosis Song Management who is purchasing people's music. They're saying they're a London-based firm. They purchase all the singer copyrights on track he wrote or co-wrote. So that includes NSYNC and anything that he co-wrote. That's things that I haven't even mentioned. A total of around 200 songs, according to Hypnosis CEO Merck, I'm not pronouncing his last name, among Justin Timberlake's #1 hits now under their control, including Sexy Back, Can't Stop the Feeling, and Mirrors. And then the Can't Stop the Feeling, I think that was on Trolls. You fucking idiot. That movie's not even 10 years old. Timberlake's music collection spans over 20 years. The singer found fame in 95 as a member of the boy band NSYNC. Timberlake launched a solo career that has included 5 studio albums and 40 singles. You know what? I'm surprised you even took that 5th album. I would have said, we don't need it, Justin. You can keep that. The sale took over a year to close, according to the CEO, and is part of a rising trend of megastars selling their music catalogs to include the likes of Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, Neil Young, and Stevie Nicks. At 41 years old, however, Timberlake is younger than the other musical icons inking deals. A lot of the artists that are selling their catalogs are getting to the point in their lives where they're planning their estates, sort of planning for the future, and they are at a point in their lives where it makes sense to sell their music to provide for their families. Like, is the struggle bus that real that the producing credits and the writing credits are not that good anymore, Justin? Are you fucking serious? Is the struggle bus that real? Like, you weren't able to create an estate plan for your fucking family? And then Jessica Biel, she's working. She's a fucking actress. Like, are y'all struggling? The struggle bus? Are y'all struggling over there? The struggle bus that you publicly embarrassed yourself by showing us your garage sale, bitch? Like, yes, this was a garage sale. And then it took your dumb ass a year to do this. Now, why everyone else is selling their music, I don't really know. Like, I'm not going to talk about the other artists. Just because I don't know their music doesn't mean that it's not good. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, these people are trash. Because, like, I don't know their music. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and judge. But I will say with Justin Timberlake, bitch, you could have got your fat ass. Yeah, I saw you at the Super Bowl, bitch. I'm glad. I don't think you lost that weight. You could have went to the motherfucking gym, learned how to fucking perform, and took your fat ass to Vegas and sang, I'm bringing sexy back. And yes, I would have showed up. And then your fat ass could have called everybody else from NSYNC and done an NSYNC Backstreet tour. I would have showed up. Oh yes, I would have been like, I don't like you, Justin, but I'm here. Yes, I am here. I would have been there. Even though I'm not a huge Backstreet fan, bitch, I would have been there. Your fat ass should have went straight to NSYNC and redone that tour. Your fat ass should have went to Vegas and done all that. But here, you sitting here writing bullshit iPhone notes, apologizing for Brittany and Janet. Which, I don't know why you apologize for that, to be honest with you. Because, like, nobody was checking for that apology. Nobody was. But now, the Chainsmokers, an electronic music hit master duo, sold their catalog to the firm in 2019, and Shakira struck a deal with the same firm in January. Other artists who have made deals with the company include Red Hot Chili Peppers, Journey, Blondie, and Neil Young. The deal covers Timberlake's publishing rights only, so only songs that he had a hand in writing are included in the deal. While Timberlake has written or co-written many of the songs that have brought him solo success, and several songs for other artists such as Rihanna and Madonna, the same is not true for the large chunk of NSYNC's music catalog. That means hits like Bye 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 lie outside the scope of the Hypnosis deal. But there are songs from, unless they took your name off it, boo, because when I got I think it was your last NSYNC album, I think it was called Celebrity. If you can't tell, I'm a fan. I think it was the Celebrity album. When albums used to have the booklets and stuff, your name was all over that, honey. So I think they did take Dirty Pop, which that was a good song. Oh my God, it's in my head right now. So I don't know what's going on with Hypnosis. I don't know how they are buying everybody's fucking music, but like, Justin, you're on the struggle bus and we just witnessed your garage sale. Oh my God, but you're such an asshole. But even though you're such a prick and you're such a fucking asshole, it is kind of embarrassing seeing you be on the struggle bus and seeing you, showcasing a public garage sale like that, buddy. But like I said, I would have preferred to see your fat ass performing in Vegas, doing a tour with NSYNC. And for the people in the back that's saying, stop fat shaming, shut up, it's Justin Timberlake, he can go to hell. But no, why couldn't you bring your fat ass to go perform, you lazy fuck? 41 years old and you're on the struggle bus? God damn. Anyways, so that's the end of the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and follow everything in the socials. I have the link in the description. And also, I will see you on the next one. Peace.